YouTube. It's been a long time no see. I have not posted in probably over 8 years, but I'm still alive. I've had a lot of stuff going on. I wanted to post a quick video about what it's been up to, and I plan on starting up my channel again. So I guess to give you guys a recap, the last time that I posted, I was riding a CBR 600 RR. Fantastic motorcycle. I did a lot of mods actually after I stopped posting. I ended up doing a full Akrapovic exhaust, par valve removal, block off plates basically. And then I also did a high flow intake, and because of all those changes I had to go get it tuned. So I took it up to Seattle, took it to Two Wheel Dyno Works, and they put it on the dyno. I actually filmed it. I can give you a little bit of that, so here you go. Oh man, that sound, I miss it so much. I miss it so much. I no longer have that bike. Basically, when there was a lot of stuff that was going on in my life, I had to focus on different things. I had to prioritize. It wasn't about myself and filming myself and doing these videos, and you know, so I had to take a break from it. I still rode though. So like I said, I did some tuning and I did some mods to the bike, continued to ride. But I was riding less and less. And in all honesty, I started to really think about riding motorcycles and the risk of it. And I started to change my perspective a little bit. I started riding different, and you know, I wasn't quite enjoying it. And so that was around 2019. The summer of 19 is when I decided that, you know, riding's probably not for me, and I was gonna hang it all up. My wife stopped riding after our firstborn. Then we had our second baby, and that's when it became really difficult to ride. And so, you know, I was planning on just hanging it up, you know, and that pretty much goes with the moto vlogging and everything else too, right? So I ended up putting the bike up for sale, and I sold it in the summer of 2019. And you know, we all know what happened in early 2020. And I found myself, I got sent home from work, I found myself sitting at home, and I had a lot of time on my hands. I realized that there was absolutely no traffic, and it was like a rider's dream out there. So I started looking for a bike throughout the winter, or like late winter, you know, January, February of 2020, and I ended up finding myself a CB1000R that was for sale. The guy was really having a hard time selling it. Ooh, that was a big no-no. And I contacted the guy. I found out that he had a loan on it. The banks were closed. It was he was kind of in a predicament, because no one would pay cash for it because there was a loan on it. I ended up working with the bank that he had the loan on, and I basically got the loan for the balance of what he owed, and then I gave him cash for the rest. Went down there and picked it up. Got a really good deal on it because he was having a hard time with it, with the pandemic and whatnot. And he had some tasteful mods on it. You know, he had a small little clear windscreen, he had some bar end mirrors, and then he had a Kropovic exhaust. I added a few other things. I added a quick shifter so you could shift up and down without using the clutch, and then I ended up adding heated grips, and I added, you know, a little plug-in for your phone charger and whatnot. And I started riding it. I had, you know, I rode it like crazy in 2020. I rode it like crazy in 2021. And then in 2022, my wife's like, you know what? My kids are now, they're getting into school. It's getting a little bit easier. We don't have to, you know, drop them off and pick them up as much. We might have some time to ride. So she's like, you know what? I think I kind of want to get back into riding. And so we picked up this 2022 Honda Grom. And we had a really great riding year in 2022. And then in 2023, she wasn't riding nearly as much. I had a lot of other projects going on. I got into classic cars. There'll be more on that later. And so riding, again, took a back seat. And I realized, you know, that the CB1000 is a monster of a bike. It is an awesome bike. It's extremely fast, but it's also pretty expensive to insure. And it didn't get that great of gas mileage. I was getting like 30 miles to the gallon. It was not all that good. With that, I started considering, my wife was riding a lot less. She was kind of, I mean, honestly, I think she was deciding that it really wasn't for her anymore. And so I started riding the Grom more and more, and I really actually like this thing. It is kicking the pants. Insurance, super cheap. Super cheap. Gas, I get like about 120 miles to the gallon on it. And as far as power, yeah, you know, it is not that fast. But it is way more fun to ride a slow bike fast than it is to ride a fast bike slow. And maybe not, I mean, I guess I shouldn't speak for everybody, but it is definitely the case for me. So I decided to post the CB1000 up for sale. I dropped the insurance on it. The insurance was horrendous. It was more expensive than my 600, and there was really no call for it in my opinion. I felt like the 600 was probably a more aggressive bike, but hey, insurance, they have their own ways of figuring things out. And so I'm back in it, and you know what? And I'm content. I am content with this bike. And so I might start doing some motovlogs again, but I also have some other things going on. I got into classic cars. My wife has a classic car. I have 2 classic trucks. We work on those. I'm hoping to introduce you to them at some point. I'm hoping to expand my channel a little bit and have some different content. Motovlogging's not where it's at anymore. It's pretty hard to watch someone just ride around and BS, I think. Talk about, you know, whatever. But I do think that it will be part of my channel. I do like getting stuff off my chest while I do it. And then I could share it all with you guys. The stuff that interests me right now is, you know, honestly, it's home repair, fixing stuff around the house. I gotta get some new windows. I got a Chevy truck that I want to tear into this summer. I could probably share a lot of that. I got, you know, the daily drivers, doing maintenance on those, doing maintenance on the Grom. I got to do the oil change for this year still. I'm just gonna be myself, guys. Whatever I decide to do, and if it feels like it's something that I wouldn't mind sharing or posting or what have you, you'll see it. But I just wanted to post, let you know I'm not dead. And you'll be seeing me again if you choose. Anyway, take care. See ya. Man, oh man, motovlogging is hard.